Oh, shit. Oh, no. I hear you, Archer. Hello, everyone. I'm trying to find you some pictures. Why can't I see that here? Hi, Yolanda. I'm trying to bring up some stuff to show you about the day I had. This program is not the easiest to use. Hang on, though. I'm getting there. Good evening, Deanna. It's funny you say that because I was actually looking at some public domain stuff that's free to use, and one of them is Alfred Hitchcock's series. Hang on, folks. I'm getting because I want to show you something. I probably should have prepared this before going live. Wait until you see the day I had. So I had to go to the dentist today. And so I went to the dentist, and they're basically taking out an old filling and putting in a crown. So today they do the process. There's Mrs. Biggins, everyone. So today they did the part where they take out the filling and they put a temp. And then in like 3 weeks to a month, I go back and I get the permanent crown. So I come home and it's getting warm. It's like in the 90s here today. So I decide to do a little yard work like I always do in the morning. Just trim down some of the overgrowth in the woods that line the driveway. So I'm out there with a weed whacker that I got 2 weeks ago. That's a Ryobi with a battery pack on it because I was trying to, not use the gas one anymore to be responsible. Plus, it's not as loud. It doesn't smell. Well, so much for that. Because as I'm out there, let me see which one I want to show first. Watch your mouth. So as I'm out there weed whacking, all of a sudden the weed whacker stops and it won't start again. And I look down and a little smoke's starting to come out of the battery and it starts sizzling and smoke's coming out more. So I take the battery pack off and I throw it on the ground because I think it's going to blow up. I don't want it near me. And I throw it down on the ground, which this part is the woods, so it's covered with leaves. And here is what happens. Now you should be able to hear this also. That's the battery pack, and that red smoke is toxic. It's a lithium battery pack. So that's part one. Next, you guys are going to get in trouble.
It's all right. It's okay.
So here's what happens next. Oh shit, that ain't it. Hang on. So watch this. This is a few seconds later. Red smoke, white smoke. Now, I don't know if you saw that, but it began to spark. But wait, there's more. And here's what then happens. It's now on fire on top of dry leaves. Now, lithium battery, just because you're hosing it down, you won't put a lithium battery out. But what I was trying to do was wet the leaves around it to prevent it from the leaves from catching fire. So here now is what the battery looked like after the fire went out. So that thing smoked for 30 minutes and it was on fire for about 12 of those minutes. Now, when I got the fire to go out from hosing it down, I ran around the back of the house because I knew I had a metal trash can. Now, who keeps a metal trash can anymore? Most of them are the plastic ones that the city, well, in our city, they provide you with the trash can because a truck can pick it up and dump it. So I knew I had an empty metal trash can back here. So I run. And let me tell you something. Me running is not pretty, folks. So I run all the way back here, get the trash can, run back out front with it, and I hose it down some more, and then I put the trash can over top of it so that it basically to smother it, but I'm afraid this thing is going to blow up. So I wonder, should I call the 911 or not, just in case? Because, you know, lithium batteries are everywhere now. And like Teslas, for instance, with those big lithium batteries, they are the instructions fire departments are given for them is that if they catch fire, just show up, keep anything around it from catching on fire, but don't spray water on it because it won't help. It's just going to burn till the battery dies. So there's basically that's what I knew was going to happen. Now this thing, unlike a Tesla that'll drive 300 miles, this thing's good for 70 minutes, but it was fully charged. And so for about 15 minutes, it burned. 10, 15 minutes, there was fire. And then for a total of 30 minutes, it was smoke. And I put the trash can over it. So I thought about it, and I called the police non-emergency number. And I said, listen, I don't want to, I don't know what I should do here. And I told her what happened. The woman was completely professional and very nice. She said, let me make a phone call. Because I said, I don't think I need the fire department because it's out, but I don't know if you have a protocol you follow when this kind of stuff happens. So she calls me back. She says, the chief of police is going to come by. I mean, the fire chief is going to come by in his personal vehicle and just check it out. And so he did. He drove over. Very nice guy. I said to him, 23 years I've lived here and I've never had to call the fire department. And he says, well, let's hope it's not another 23. Or here's hoping it's another 23 years. And I said, if it's 23 years from now and you're coming near me to put a fire out, you're going to be at some like old folks home. So he goes over, we lift the trash can. And he's like, and this is an hour after it started. And he says, he touches it with a stick and then he touches it with his hand. He goes, wow, this thing is still hot. And so he says, you're all right, though. He says, and I can see the ground's all hosed down. So we flipped the trash can over and put the battery in it and put the lid on it. And he said, just let it sit there and make sure it's out. But, yeah, and the worst part is, as I'm sitting there waiting for, this fireman to come. Oh, you know what else is coincidental? I always say to Holly, when we get these calls to donate to the fire department or the police department, I always ask, how much of what you collect goes to the fire department or goes to the actual, person you're calling on behalf of? And it's like 10%, 15% maybe. So I don't know if they do this in your town, but in our town, usually a couple times, it's usually the summer, God bless you, they stand out at an intersection and like the firemen hold a boot and you can, throw money in a boot as you come to a stop at the stop sign. So I said to Holly, we're donating to them because they're the guys that are going to come to our house if it catches fire. So we just did that this weekend, Labor Day. What was it, Saturday?
Yeah.
So we threw a couple bucks in the boot. And turns out 3 days later, 4 days later, I'm having them over here. And I heard that, Adam, about the hoverboards. But as I'm waiting for the chief to stop by, I'm doing some internet searching, Googling. And this problem with that battery and that charger has been reported everywhere, all over the place. And this thing is plugged in my basement. Now, granted, this fire probably started because there was a load on it, because it was running. It didn't start because it was sitting on the charger. But I have like Ryobi, I have a drill, a little saw, and some different stuff that all uses the Ryobi 1 battery. This wasn't a Ryobi 1 battery. But they're plugged into this big charger. They're not anymore. And they tell stories about where they've gone to people's house for this particular battery. And they've been plugged in the house. And one they came in and it was in the kitchen sink. And the person was running water on it. And anyway, so I'm just telling you this for your own sake. If you've got, first of all, you're not supposed to leave your phones plugged in overnight. Because where do most of us have our phones? Sitting right next to us on the nightstand or on a headboard. And some people lay it right on their bed, put it under their pillow even. So anyway, I now charge my phone during the day, and when I go to bed, I just leave it unplugged, sitting on. I mean, it stays overnight. The next day, I plug it in the car. But yeah, well, I've got a lot of Ryobi tools. So anyway, that's what happened today. I thought, oh my God, as I'm running around, and we got the cat inside and the dogs, and that's about 50 feet from the garage, and the cat and the dogs don't get along, so I can't scoop them all up and put them in. The dogs get along, and the cat is friendly, but we'd have to put the cat in her car and get at. I was panicking for. I mean, I kept my cool because I'm a hero basically, right, Hop?
Yes.
I kept the neighborhood from burning to the ground. So that thing I bought 2 weeks ago, and I'm trying to first contact Ryobi, and if not, I'm just going to take it back to Home Depot because I don't. If Ryobi tells me the chargers don't catch fire, that I don't know. I don't think I want this tool anymore. So who knows? I mean, I have the gas-powered one still, and a reason I like it is it has these replace it blade or something blades. You can change it from a weed whacker to where it's got like a little saw blade on it for thicker stuff. So these are Quorum. So anyway, I'm probably most likely going to return this thing and just give my money back and just stick with the gas one. But it was scary there and the fact that it wouldn't go out and it wouldn't stop smoking. And the main reason I put the trash can over it was a buffer because I thought the thing was going to explode. Hi, Lori. Lori, you got something sent to you. Did you just order a Tom Riley talker? I mean, I'm pretty sure. Oh, no. You did. So I sent you that. But I think somebody also signed up to be in the credits of Bad Bobo.
Lay your butt down. Sable.
So yeah, that was my morning. Then I was asking
Lay down.
who's up at midnight earlier. I asked because I might start doing a series. Hello, Tracy, where I read handwritten. I mean I read my own short horror stories. And how I liked the one I was reading today. Did you like it, Hal?
Yes. Sable, lay down.
The pups are fired up today. So, yeah, there was Adam. I remember seeing a video of somebody with a hoverboard plugged in their house and it was on fire. So we have another shoot date coming up. Oh, I didn't want to turn it off. I want to turn it down. Friggin'. I'm turning it all the way up. It's a little humid out here. I'm sorry if you hear the fan. We have another shoot day this Friday for the Dracula situation. It's going very slow. Because we did get an initial batch of funding, and we bought what we needed, and also well, I have a bunch of Ryobi batteries because I have the One Plus that works with a weed whacker I don't really use anymore, but also Holly wants to know if you want. How often are you shooting? We haven't shot. I'll ask when you come up, Hal. I haven't really shot a lot yet because we're trying to. Every time I shoot, I pay the cast as I shoot, and it's just been tough because the Roku channel is growing, but they only pay once a month, and that's based on what happened 3 months ago. So, like the bigger payday from the July launch of Bad Band 12 doesn't hit until October. Good evening, my love, Trina. So we're trying to raise. I'm going to do some fundraising stuff tomorrow, like offer people something in exchange for a donation, but I'll probably put it up in the form of a fundraiser so you can see that every time somebody donates, the amount we're seeking goes down. But I just hate doing that. What I really would like to find is an investor, somebody that's interested in this shit and wants to get, because I've got investors now that I'm paying back based on the agreements and the terms I made with them originally. But I want to have somebody that wants to do a little bit of sharing, a little bit of profit sharing this time. So we'll see. Holly wants to know if anyone's heard of VORE, VORE. Yes, VORE. Well, Bad Barbie, just about, not entirely, but just about everybody that subscribes to the webs to Bad Ben TV watched it. And all right, well, somebody just ordered a Bad Ben talker or a Tom Riley talker. Tracy did. It'll go out tomorrow, Tracy, and you'll get an email that says it's on its way to you. I know. The website, well, there's not a lot of merch on there right now, but it's badben.com/shop. And right now, basically what's on there is the Tom Riley talker, the Blu-rays, which they're coming in Thursday. And that includes people in the UK will be getting the first wave of them, plus people here, and then that ordered them. And it's got the Tom Riley talker on there. I'm not taking any more t-shirt orders till I get the ones I already took orders for in, because if they don't make some sort of movement on that by the end of this week, I'm refunding all those people and going back to the previous company I used. Not VORE, V as in Victor, ORE. Adam's cheating. He's Googling it.
Oh, that's how I learned what it meant.
And what is it? Softcore?
See if anybody gets it first.
It's not softcore, is it? No. You typed in bore, and isn't that the spelling BORE of the term like boring? But the movie Bore is now Vor, Victor, Orange, Rectangular, Echo. So on top of all this today, my tooth hurts, but not bad.
My pain pills?
No, I took an aspirin. I don't take pain pills.
It's not a pain pill. It's a high dose ibuprofen.
I am fine. Do not try to ply me with drugs. That's how this
I
starts.
do have vitamin, by the way.
Then I wake up with my fly unzipped.
That I've had for like 6 years, and I've taken like 2.
You don't want to be taking that shit.
I know.
That's how you get hooked. I told you the story about one of the guys that worked me on Bad Ben who died from a heroin overdose. How he got addicted to drugs was his partner, his boyfriend, his father, walked in with a bowl of pills and sat it on the table in front of them when his father was high as a kite. And so they started doing it there. And then they realized that that was a friendly place they could do drugs. And he got hooked. And he died, I guess it was before the pandemic. So, thank you. Thank you, James. I really appreciate it. That was very generous. So, Adam, what is Vor? Have you looked it up? Because she ain't saying until we address it. It was very warm today. It's going to be very warm until, I guess, what, Saturday?
Yes.
And then it's finally going to come down, and I guess we head into fall. He says, ha ha, I've never heard that term, but I'm familiar with the fetish.
Yeah, okay.
What is the fetish?
Somebody who gets turned on at the thought of swallowing somebody whole, or being swallowed, or chewing on them, or being chewed on.
Like cannibalism?
Without actually killing somebody or like ingesting it.
Well, isn't that what Armie Hammer wanted to do?
He was a cannibal.
Oh
Cannibal.
my!
He has done it. This is just like there's a Sleep Token song called Vor.
And they look like would it chew on somebody's arm?
Like there's a line in the song that says "Let's get swallowed whole," and he has a lot of lyrics in various songs regarding like chewing and being devoured and stuff like that.
I'm going to lock you in the other
I
room.
didn't say I was into it. Do whatever he wants to me. I wouldn't do stuff like that to you. Don't worry.
Now, what if the dogs decide in the middle of the night they become savages and they start feeding on me?
That's your problem, dude. I just have to worry about the cat eating my face off when I'm sleeping.
Holly, I really want, when I'm doing these live broadcasts, my fans are a clean bunch.
All right, I will go inside then.
No, I didn't say that, but I really want you to clean your act up a little.
All right, I'll try.
Vor. She was talking about vessels junk. That was the topic of conversation last week. And you guys all started, especially the ladies.
Oh, I saw another picture of it.
Started Googling his junk. My God.
It's always the shy ones that are into the freakiest shit.
Who's shy? Him?
He's shy, yes. Why do you think he wears a mask?
He sings in front of people
Yes,
wearing a
but
mask.
In his old life, he didn't wear a mask. I told you he was in a very bad car accident.
So he's got scars?
He's got one very prominent one on his chin. And he's got them on his arms and on his shoulders. I know way too much about this guy.
I smell a little obsession.
It's all right.
It's okay. People are obsessed with me.
I know.
You should see the picture I got sent the other day.
What about Kayla? She has hyperfixations.
You don't know if she's watching?
She's not. She's at work.
Yeah, but she could watch the replay.
No, because you didn't accept her friend request, remember?
Oh yeah, that's true. Adam says he would like to see your browser history.
No, he doesn't. No,
You-
he would.
You want it, she said. You wouldn't want to see mine
Because
either.
I listen to true crime podcasts, and if I listen to a story that interests me, then I will Google all the information about some bloody murder. What?
Do I look illuminated
You look very nice.
by the monitors?
Yes.
They I mean, all I see of you is a silhouette
That's
of
fine.
pure hotness.
You don't need to say me.
Pure hotness. I want to get the hose out again because it's like the batteries over there smoldering. Oh my God.
That was Sable right there.
Pete 10. I locked my door. I'm packing heat. So last night I put on there, I put up, text me any questions you have. And if you're serious, I'll respond. Well, I got over a period of half hour. I got about a dozen decent texts and one dick pic.
Oh, sweet. Was it decent?
I will tell you that this person, if that was real,
What?
yeah, it was quite unbelievable. I'll show it to you if I kept it.
I just get weird old men following me on social media. Or fake accounts, like a bunch of Jared Leto fake accounts for Post Malone, fake accounts for what's his face, Matt Bomer.
I get texts from young women. By young, I mean like 20, that just say, they just are like,
Hi, Daddy.
now they're, well, I've gotten hi daddy too from both. But I've gotten like, I love you, Nigel. I guess that's not too.
I'm probably very innocent.
It probably is innocent,
You know-
but you don't know me.
You know what's a good song?
But listen, folks, I love you. You can block me if you want. What's a good song?
Chemical by Post Malone. I didn't know it was him.
Let me tell you something. That Post Malone, the way he looks, that's what happens when I stereotype somebody.
So did
Because
I.
I heard him singing and I couldn't believe it, how good he was.
Chemical is the name of the song.
And what's up with this Timothy Chalamet now dating Kylie Jenner?
That's fucked up.
Oh my
You
God.
hear the Kanye thing that happened
Kanye getting
with his wife?
oral in the Venice boats.
They're being banned everywhere.
Oh, like they give a shit. And do you really think that company would ban them? Will ban them?
Well, it says that they did.
That's what they said. I just wouldn't want to be in that boat after that. There's no telling what DNA was hanging out in there.
Does anybody care what I'm reading right now?
Does anybody care what Holly's reading right now?
I'm not taking over your live. I'm sorry. I won't say anything else.
You can. They love hearing from you. Hi, Tracy. Tracy, if you're just getting in here, you missed my video of the fire today. Lori cares. What are you reading?
It's called, let me see the name of the author.
And Yolanda cares.
Okay. It's called There's No Way I Die First
By who?
Lisa Stringer.
There's No Way I Die First by Lisa Stringer.
Because it's like a slasher.
It's a slasher book.
Yeah. It's about a horror enthusiast who throws a Halloween party and people start dying one by one. But it's good. I recommend it.
Oh shit, I can't bring up I'm working on a story. I think I'm going to read and record tomorrow and play at midnight.
It was very good.
Tracy says, "Is it any good so far?" Oh,
Very good.
she's talking your book.
Yeah, the book is very good. I'm only 60 pages in, but it's a short book. It's good so far. It just came out today.
Because Tracy just came in, I'm going to show my fire video again. Hang on, Trace. And for all you that, a lot of you have just joined here recently. So I'm going to show this to all of you. This was what happened to me this morning. I was weed whacking. All of a sudden, the weed whacker froze. And this happened. And that thing continued to smolder and spark for half an hour. And let me show you what the battery looked like. I can't actually believe the battery wasn't just a piece of charcoal afterwards, but this was the battery. Yep. I was running around. I grabbed the trash can, put over it. I called the fire department, and I said, the fire's out, but I don't know if you have a protocol or a procedure you want to follow or what. So the chief drove over in his personal pickup truck.
Oh my God.
What?
I'm sending you a picture of somebody who just sent me a friend request because it's terrifying.
All right, can I share it?
Yes.
All right, how are you sending it?
How do you want me to send it?
Send it as a text.
I won't include his name because I think that's mean.
All right, well, get it over here now. I've got everybody on the edge of their seat.
This is the kind of people that try to friend me on social media.
Yeah, I am taking it back, Tracy, but first thing I'm doing is I'm trying to contact Ryobi, because what I came to find out was that the internet's loaded with stories about that particular battery. The recommendation, by the way, for lithium batteries is charge them till they're charged and then unplug the charger. Now, who does that? I mean, a lot of people go to bed and plug their phone in. I don't anymore because I read about them catching fire. And also, don't buy these cheap-ass chargers like in gas stations for phones and all, because I've had them melt.
I just sent that to the wrong person, so I'm sending it to you now.
Oh my God, this person friend requested you? All right, folks, this is a person that just sent Holly on what? Facebook?
Yes.
That just sent Holly a friend request. Brace yourself, folks. She could be a very nice lady. No, he could be a very nice man. My God. Holly has become sort of a sex symbol after she played the witch bitch. And in the cartoon, they saw her naked. Oh, Holly, he just mentioned that was my picture. This guy, no, he didn't. Hi, Annie. I don't know. You're right, Schmack. You know, good looking fellas like this send pictures. It's amazing I'm even still allowed to live here. Good evening, Tiffany. Tiffany and I were talking about the fire incident today. It was quite the day. I'm working on the book. I'm shooting. By the way, Tracy Pinkerton, I'm filming Friday the Dracula situation. I thought you'd be interested to know that. Who are you getting all these messages from?
Kayla, she's the one I sent the picture to by accident.
And what's she saying?
She's laughing hysterically.
Ah. Holly needs to do a live stream. Holly's in the live streams normally when we're driving in the car. I'm driving in my car. And I wrote a short story that I'm going to record and put up tomorrow night. Here, I'll probably play it here, but I'm going to play it late. That's why I was asking who's up around midnight, because I want to start doing something called Midnight Tales.
Midnight Eastern.
Hang on a second here, folks. I'm muting you for a second because I got to ask Mrs. Biggins a question. All right, I asked her. And what'll happen is we will these Midnight Tales. This was what was her name?
Who?
The girl in the story I wrote.
Janice.
Janice, spelled with I-S. Janice. And she kind of is like a shy woman that's been unlucky in love. And she's a school teacher. She stopped trying to find a boyfriend. Well, then one night when she's late, stays at school late grading papers because she doesn't want to go home to her. Annie asked, "Can she friend you?"
Yes, that's fine.
Yes, Annie. She said yes. I mean, you should just do it, not ask, and she'll either accept it.
Thank you for asking. That was very nice.
She said, "Thank you for asking." And Annie said she doesn't want her picture to appear up here. And no, she didn't say that. And it's a rainy night, and all of a sudden, this janitor comes in, who's this new guy she's never seen before, but she becomes infatuated with him. And anyway, I'm building the suspense now.
I sent the picture of that guy to Gina.
Yeah.
She said, "Abort, abort."
Adam, our witch up in, he says, and that was the pic he thought good enough to make his profile. Well, what the hell are you going to do?
Does any of your people watch?
Les is in the room, everyone. Thank God.
Anybody watch Criminal Minds?
Does anybody watch Criminal Minds? Holly wants to know.
I'm only saying that because I don't know if you want me to say.
What?
You're the character in that story. Janitor. Reminds me of the character from that show.
Oh. So you're saying I'm plagiarizing?
No. That's the person, not the character. The actor. The way you describe it.
Jennifer says hi. Jennifer, most of the people come in on YouTube, and I know Adam's here on YouTube, but they can't hear. Let me show everybody so you know. Jennifer said hello. So you guys can, she's on Facebook, so unless you're here on Facebook, you can't see her. But now you can see that she said hi. But Jennifer, everybody that answers you, you're not going to be able to see unless you look
Hi,
up.
Jennifer.
Holly says hi. I started watching some bullshit last night, alien bullshit. But there's that paranormal show. Do you remember what that was called?
No, it's paranormal something. I don't remember what it's
Paranormal Stories, I think. That was good. Annie, why don't you email me, Nigel@nigelbach.com, and I'll respond with what her Facebook name is. Jennifer says hi, Holly. Tracy says hi, Jennifer. Les says hi, Jennifer. Tiffany says hi, Jennifer. Jennifer, you're so popular. So let me take a look here real quick and see if anybody. Somebody wrote a really nice tweet about us. She's called Beth Loves Horror on Twitter, and she's at Horror Loves Beth. If you haven't familiarized yourself with the Bad Ben collection, you're doing your soul a disservice. Go rent and buy any of them on Amazon and thank the spooky blonde afterwards. And I wrote her back, says, thanks. Are you aware we have a Roku and Fire TV channel? It has all 12 films plus other content. Bad Ben TV. Good night, Tracy. Thank you as always.
Bye, Tracy.
Yes, Les, you do. It's 8:07. I've already been on for 47 minutes. How about that? You see, after the heroic steps I took today to prevent Egg Harbor Township and the Bad Ben house from burning to the ground, I got a little energy in me. I came on a little early. Somebody sent me something. Was it? I'm driving in my car. What was I singing earlier? The dentist.
Obla-dee, obla-da, you're saying.
Obla-dee, obla-da, da, 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 life goes on. That was a great movie. You know the one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What was it called?
Something.
It was where the guy, he was of Indian descent.
And nobody had heard of the Beatles. He had an accident, nobody had heard of it.
He had a biking accident, power went out, and when he came to, he was a musician, played guitar, and he sang, and nobody had ever heard of the Beatles. So he was performing their songs and becoming famous. It was named after a Beatles song.
Something is the name of the Beatles song, but I'm looking it up.
Somebody here will come up with it because these Benites are so damn smart. Yesterday.
So nobody answered about the
Such
Minds, right?
an easy little game to nobody said they watched.
All right, your dude reminds me of Matthew Gray Goobler.
Matthew Gray Goobler? Goobler?
Goobler. Spelled Goobler, but he insists it's pronounced Goobler.
That's like the last name of the actor that's playing Dracula in our film is Liv Shits.
Well, he used to be a model, but he plays this very dorky and very sweet character in Criminal Minds, and he's nerd hot, in my opinion.
I'm doing a live right now and telling the fans about Dracula. you. He'll get all excited now, too, and he'll write back. Juan saw yesterday he found a lizard, and I saw his tail come off in my backyard. It'll be back. Here, let me. He won't do this, but he'll shit. I'm going to send him the link right now. Why? Just stay a couple more minutes. Nez sent me a request for her Blu-ray cover. Let's see if he's got the courage to come. I just invited Dracula. See, you guys are getting a special surprise tonight if he decides to come online. I heard it too. That boom boom. It sounded like a knock on the door. Didn't it? Well, our motion sensor didn't go off out front.
Well, it was just filthy.
I mean, look at the front door. We're sitting here on the back deck, folks, and we just heard a banging. Oh, we had a business owner in New Jersey fly over somebody's house and drop ink into their swimming pool, a neighbor's swimming pool. Les, do you have the 12th? Oh, here he comes. Don't be naked or nothing.
No problem.
You're live in my live stream here. And get more in front of the camera because it looks like you got a Jay Leno chin. Yeah.
How's that?
It's good. Jake, just so you know, you're here right now with 15 of my closest friends, the Benites. Probably shitting yourself because I didn't warn you about this. But I was telling them about our vampire, and this is our vampire. And now that you've got Scott in the movie and you've got Jake in the movie, next to me, these will be the two best-looking guys in the film. Jake, Adam, who's Adam and his wife Jennifer are big supporters of the Bad Ben series. They live up in Massachusetts. They're witches, but they're cool.
Awesome.
Tiffany's here. Do what?
Are they Wiccan?
I don't know. Adam, you'd have to answer that question for you. Tracy says, hi, Jake. You can see the comments, right?
I can't.
Oh, are you on your phone?
Yeah. I'm on my
You're
phone.
not going to be able to see the comments.
Yeah.
Evening. Tracy says, hi, Jake. Juan says, hello, Jake. Les says, hello, Jake. Les is going
everyone.
to be my lead singer in a group I'm putting together. So Jake, are you excited about delving into Bad Ben 13 this Friday?
Yeah. I never did a horror comedy before. It's going to be a good time. I'm excited to be your Dracula.
Yeah, Jake is a martial artist. He's He's an actual trained actor, unlike most of the schlubs I hire normally. And so he's going to be the one that I have to deal with, because Holly, who was the owner of the house in the last film that sold it, and I bought the house back, she had a tenant, and that's this fella right here. Who's, by the way, I had to do this broadcast when it was dark because he's a vampire. And
Yeah, I can't come out
he
during the
couldn't
day.
come out in daylight. So anyway, Jake, I just want to put you on the spot and let everybody get a look at you. And
Sure.
I'm going to let you go now, but I'll text you when I'm done, okay?
All right, sounds good, guys. Take
Thanks,
care.
buddy. Bye. Oh, shit. All right, Adam, I'll pass that on to him. I already let him go, and I forgot to wait for an answer. So I shall tell him. Did you leave? Why? She hates me. So you guys got a first glance at Dracula. And that was him in the basement. No, not really. I wonder what Scott's doing. Let's see if we can get Scott. I just sent Mitch one, and I sent Scott an invite. By the way, you remember, I'll see if I can get him to come on too one night. No, baby. I don't. I forget what I was saying. Yeah, I saw Markiplier like that. I worry about him. I mean, the guy makes some dough, but he's got some health issues. Scott is working. I was trying to bring him on. Mitch is in a car, so he can't come on. Oh, Alex, who played what was his name? In Steelmanville Road, the brother, Elijah. Elijah, who is now 6 or 7 years older than he was in that film, a full-grown man now, is also a drag queen, and that takes a lot of courage. But on his TikTok, he's got like over 100,000 followers, and he's something else. Yeah, well, you can have all the money in the world and it doesn't help if you're sick. If I told you the week I had, but I have to ask the people. It's not me. My health is good, but I'd have to ask the people if I could mention it. Hang on. Let me see. I'm going to text somebody here. I'll see. Maybe I'll get an answer here. And I'll update you on some other stuff. Aw. I'm sorry. I hate when that happens. My dogs I've been fortunate in that most of our dogs have lived a long life, and our cats have lived real long. I had a cat that lived to be 20, and our dogs have lived to be about 14, 15. And thankfully, most of them have been very healthy up until like the last few weeks or months. All right, well, I'm not getting an answer from that person. But yeah, a lot has been going on. We've been on for an hour already. I know I came on a little early tonight. Hello, Sable. Do you want to say hi to everybody? Oh. Sable said she's sorry, Tiffany. Hello, Elysium Paranormal Exploration. Yeah, the smaller the dog, like lap dogs, can live an easy 18, 19 years. But big dogs, like Byron and Duke, Byron lived to be 14 and a half, but Duke lived to be 11, and he was a big dog. Tiffany says, thank you, Sable. Sable, when we go for a ride in the car, Archer's fine, but Sable has to be seat belted in, or else she would climb on top of me as I drive. And Holly. Oh. How old are you now? 4, right? Or you're 5? We got you 2019, and you were 10 months old, they said. We got you in June of 2019. So that means you were a year old in August. So that means you're 5. You're 5. By the way, the fact that Sable's up here, she doesn't do this normally. She won't hop up in my lap when I'm sitting here working. It's when she hears me talking, she comes over. She wants to come up. So in a way, I think she knows you're out there. Such a good girl right now. Yes, Sable does know her fans are here. You see this, Sable? All these people, they're here for you. Were you Elysium? Were you the guy I blocked the other night under a different screen name? That was Aaron Irons. He produced a film called Chess that is on Tubi. Well, Alicia, look, I've known you a long time, and by the way, you can tell it's not a permanent ban; it's just like a timeout. But the reason is, when somebody's on here as a guest, you don't come in and say, "Who's this dude?" when you're not there at the beginning. So you're not in trouble or anything, or don't be mad at me. But I'm just saying, it came across a little bit like she is a beautiful girl. I recommend watching Chess. I think it would be up your alley. Who are you looking at? You looking around? I got to find out the name of that. Well, now you can. I told you. I want to look up that name of that show I was watching about the paranormal. I want to say it was paranormal filmings or something. It's a series. And I don't know if I saw it on. I'll find it and I'll let you know. But I think you guys would like it because it's well done. And they also do reenactments as well as actual footage. Well, since nobody else is going to come online here, we've been on an hour, and is that 9:30? Damn, I can talk. Tomorrow night, I think I might have something to put that I'll show you here, but it's going to be late. But I'll leave the recording up so you can watch it. It's just me reading a story I wrote. Well, you'll have to share the footage with us, Ernie Bert. All right, baby. Let me put you down, but be careful. Oh, she's so heavy. All right, folks. Well, I'm going to hop off of here, and I will see you tomorrow. And for now, I'm going to say, see you, love you, bye. Oh, wait. Wait. Don't go nowhere yet. She be comfortable with me sharing with my fans about her surgery. Don't go yet. Hang on. I might have something to report. I'm going to have an answer here in a minute. No hoodies yet. I'm waiting here. Do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do. This, a week from tomorrow, the morning show comes back, which was great to watch. I'm waiting for a response, and you're waiting too, which might mean the answer is no. This is going to be I'm waiting for one more answer, but this is going to be particularly addressed towards the ladies. I know, right, Les? Sable, you want to come back up again for a second round? Come on. Come on. I'll take you out the pool. We're going to go to bed in a few minutes. Well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and say I didn't get permission from the second person, but I got permission from the one. This past week, I have two sisters, one brother, and this. Okay, now I got permission. I get notified last week that my oldest sister is in the hospital with pneumonia. For 4 days, she was in there until they got her on. She's back home. She got back home over the weekend, and she says she's feeling much better. Now, my middle sister, who's older than me but younger than my other sister, she this morning had a double mastectomy, and she had breast cancer 30 years ago, and they took the lump out, and she 30 years clean. And then this past June, she discovered another lump, and she gets regular. She works in the healthcare industry, the insurance industry, actually, and she so she keeps on top of that stuff and all. And they discovered the same type of cancer had returned. And there's a term for it, but whatever it was, it wasn't known to respond to the typical type of treatments. So they decided to do a double mastectomy, and they did that this morning. And believe it or not, she went into surgery at 8 a.m. and she was home by noon. And she's feeling better. She ate dinner and she's eating a popsicle right now. My niece is with her, and her husband's with her. And the reason why I bring this up, especially in the case of ladies, is, when over the summer we kept, getting updates on the course of treatment they were having. And in the back of my mind, I was thinking, man, I hope they do a mastectomy. And that's easy for me to say because I'm a dude and I don't know how I'd feel if it came to cutting off my boys. But That's where the problem was with her. And I just wanted them gone so she doesn't have to worry about it again. Um, so anyway, they did that, and this morning, and she's home already, believe it or not. She's, and then in about 4 weeks, they start a round of chemo. But, um, she caught it early, and everything I'm convinced will be fine. But, you know, it's just, I feel better that the cause of this, that the location she's had cancer now twice is gone. And she felt the same way, which my sisters always never surprised me. My mother never surprised me either, how they often, when it came to health and treatment and all of that, they were always sensible about it. But so, yeah, 30 years ago she had. So, ladies, do your own, listen to me. What a conversation. Do your own self-examination. Uh, and there's plenty of options. Catch it early and live long and prosper. So she'll be doing fine. And I did tell her to mention to her doctors that I'm on standby to donate a kidney if needed. And that also, even though I was at the dentist this morning, I told her that I'll leave my phone on, and in case the doctors need a gun. Fortunately, they did not have to call me. They were able to handle it with on their own. So anyway, that's why, and I didn't mention this at the time, but that's why the night we launched um, Alien Agenda, that's why I was wearing the pink ribbon, and I'll wear it again, just so to support my ladies. Table's down here. She's falling asleep right in my arms. So anyway, that's what I wanted to, so you guys could put out the positive vibes there. And I wanted to let you know. And also just to pass on the couple things tonight. The public service announcement about batteries on your chargers. I check my breasts. I'll check them right now. I think I'm good though. But the batteries for your stuff, just lithium batteries, don't leave them plugged in. Charge them, unplug them. Because you saw what happened today. That could have happened in my basement while we were asleep. Number two thing, I had a sister that had last week had pneumonia, and a sister this morning that had cancer surgery, double mastectomy. So I was thinking when this fire started, I said, this is my turn. And fortunately, we broke the pattern. So I'm going to let you go now, and I'll keep you updated on everybody's health. And I'll keep you updated and on the progress of the Dracula situation. And now, finally, for real, see you, love you, bye.